Hi, this is Sher. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world, day, morning, evening. I hope you're having a great one. Okay, this is my third time going live, and hopefully this is working. Hi, Steph. How are you, honey? Okay, so my PayPal link is not in the description box because apparently that's what was messing up the live. Hopefully I can read your comments. I can see you're watching. I can see you're here, Steph. Hi. Yeah, good, thanks. Awesome. Okay. I don't know if Arba will make it back. All right, so I pulled a lot of cards, but I'm just going to start it over. I'm just going to start it over. It was interesting, though. Probably get the same cards again. Okay, I'm doing a collective reading. And then I'll do individual pulls for those to whom I am drawn. Donations will get you priority reading during the live. I do not have that posted in the description, however, because that somehow was messing everything up and the live wasn't working. I don't know why. I don't know why this is. Okay, so I'm going to start over here. Just going to go with it. However, let's see. It may be, I wonder if I could comment. What is that button? Excuse my squinting and my momentary pause here. I'm just trying to figure this out. That's the camera flip. So there's the comment button. Hey, I wonder if I can do this. I wonder if it'll remember. No, it doesn't remember what I pasted. Pew. Anyway, if any of you here, oh, thank you, Steph. If any of you here have PayPal'd me before, it would be so much appreciated if you could post my PayPal. But I will take Facebook Pay, either one, if you guys want a reading today. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to the collective. Spirit, what is in our highest, best, good to know right now? Thank you, Steph. They are Dollar Tree glasses. I get all my glasses at the Dollar Tree because I lose them. I sit on them, you know, so there's nothing over $1 there. Okay, Spirit, what is in our highest, best, good to know right now? For all of us here, people watching in future. What is in our highest, best, good to know? There we go. Our highest, best guidance. Nice. Okay, so we have some different characters coming out this time. Nice. Same message though, like a similar message. Okay, communication was very highlighted in the last one that I just did. There was talk about clarity, talk about these messages coming in for us, possibly apologetics, apologies that are going to clear things up that were causing us to feel out of balance. I pulled about 20 cards before I realized that, you know, wasn't really working properly. But yeah, that was the message from the second attempt that I did. Okay, so now this is more focused on feelings and passion. And it's about our passions for life, our passions, like our missions, our purpose. Self-love, focus on our mission, focusing on our path, and I'm hearing that, you know, Spirit is guiding us, that we're on the right path. We're going, sometimes I close my eyes when I'm listening. Spirit is guiding us right now on our path. Well, Spirit is always guiding us, but we are getting messages like bombarded. So we are being bombarded, particularly heavily right now, because it's a crucial time for the collective. So paying attention to our dreams, paying attention, listening to our intuitions, tuning into our heart spaces is really important. And communication, again, amongst ourselves, between groups of people, between members of the same soul tribe, members of the same like families, biological families of origin, is really highlighted right now as well. And that may be where a lot of these apologetics are coming in, but they're going to bring clarity. They're going to bring clarity and fresh starts for us, like new perspectives on things. And so there's something about tuning into our heart spaces to feel that passion, like what brings us a sense of joy and bliss. And you know, that is that's really, really highlighted right now, because it's going to be very, very easy for us, I'm hearing, to get into our heads right now, and to be too much in our heads rather than in our hearts, because these feel chaotic. We may be feeling, most of us who are here watching this kind of, you know, video are, you know, are tapped in and tuned in and on this spiritual path. A lot of us are empaths. A lot of people who are drawn to me are empaths like I am. And so we pick up and we absorb everything, like we're healers, we're light workers, we're, you know, and even if you might not consider yourself a light worker or a healer, we're doing it in some capacity. You know, if we're math teachers, we're healing, we're bringing healing wherever we go. It's like we can't not do it. We can't, because it's who we are. We exude that. And so people who need healing are drawn to us. So a lot of us, you know, we maybe get coming into contact with people who tell us their life stories and that kind of thing. And it's because they know that we're safe. And there's like this sense of healing and connecting and relating that they could feel it on an energetic level. So what I'm saying is it's really important to tune into our intuition, because a lot of us are getting bombarded. It may feel like too much. It may feel like overwhelm from the collective energies. It may feel like overwhelm from the people that we are interacting with on a daily basis. So understand that, and understand that coming into your heart space can help to center you again. I hope that makes sense. Because again, a lot of us are going through this kind of thing while we're feeling it. And a lot of us, there are ascension symptoms as well right now that are causing people to, well, they're showing up in different ways for different people, but they're manifesting in the body in different ways right now. One has been headaches, and particularly since this last full moon that we had in Scorpio. A lot of purging, a lot of releasing, a lot of shadow work. But anyway, yeah, it can show up in the body in physical ways. So tummy issues for people are common right now. Headaches again. And some of them are just like on half, like just one side of the head. And they seem maybe a little unusual, or like affect the vision or something like that. And those are all kinds of activations in our bodies adjusting to these new energies, these new frequencies. So yeah, so there's a lot of that can cause us to feel, you know, in our heads, to be up in our heads, because when we're in pain, you know, when our pain body's activated, then we're not in our heart spaces. Most of the time it's harder to be there, it's harder to be receptive. So drink lots of water, make sure you're resting. When you need to listen to your bodies, it's really important for us to listen to our bodies, and then do what we can to breathe and calm, ground, any way that you can, go outside, take your shoes off, stand on the ground for a few minutes in your bare feet, and that does create physical, biological, chemical changes in the body. There's an energetic, and I'm probably preaching to the choir here because I think all of you already know about grounding, but it's a good reminder, even though we might already know about it. It's good for people to remind us. Like, I know I'm supposed to ground too, but I forget. Some days I forget to eat. You know, we're human, so we need these reminders every now and then. Or we need to know, hey, these things are happening right now. So we're getting a lot of downloads. We're getting a lot of upgrades. We have a lot to integrate. There's a lot of past life stuff coming up that we're clearing. We're clearing karma for our ancestral lines and the collective. So we're feeling a lot of that as empaths, and we're clearing and healing and releasing it for ourselves, our individual bloodlines. And again, having all these things going on at the same time as these ascension and the Schumann resonances up, you know, and that affects us as well. You know, that's the Earth's frequency. So these things are fluctuating, they're intense, they're powerful, and so we're feeling it. So it's really important to, you know, ground and to understand that it can, you know, cause us to be up into our heads and in anxiety, and just to make sure that we're calm so that we can stay receptive and receive and let these messages come in and receive them. Yeah, because it's a really important time to get these messages. And there's that moon card again. And again, that last full moon that we had was intense for a lot of people. Yeah, it's healing. Yes, absolutely. The full moon, you know, it's about releasing. But for a lot of people in this particular cycle, at this particular time in our collective ascension on this planet, you know, where there's so much coming up. There's so much coming up to be cleansed, purified, healed, released. You know, that it is, you know, intense. More intense than normal. Okay, and then we have this new beginning, and when these communications coming in, so again, communications are very highlighted amongst family members, amongst friend groups, amongst monads, you know, which are our soul tribes. We're connecting more and more to those. I'm hearing that, you know, as the collective, we're being guided and led more and more to our soul groups, like they're not, like they're expanding, like astronomically, like exponentially. So there may be like a sudden burst in our businesses, and again in our communication, like this new wave of energy coming in, because as we are ascending, we are connecting to different groups who are being drawn to different groups, who are being drawn to different healers, readers. I've noticed in the last few months that my subscriptions on YouTube, like the people that I listen to on YouTube, are, you know, changing. They're shifting, because it's like I don't resonate with that particular reader anymore. And it's not any big deal. It's just that that's not for me anymore. And so that happens. But we're being guided to more and more of our soul tribe. We are changing. Like our groups may be changing, is what I'm saying. All right, now, so it's really important for us to stay tuned in there. And again, we're getting these messages. Like, a lot of times we're getting them in the dream space, because our monkey minds are shut off, and so we're able to receive them. We're able to tap in. And you guys know, we all have this intuitive ability. We all have this connection to spirit, this channel, you know. And that's really, I guess, maybe why they call it channeling. But we have this channel to divine, and so it's more apt to get not disrupted. It can't really be disrupted, but if we're in our minds, then we're not. Okay. Let me start that whole mess of a sentence over. When we are relaxed, the channel is more open. Things can flow in more easily. So it's important for us to stay relaxed, even if it feels like and looks like the whole entire world is falling apart around our ears right now. And for some people, these tower moments are showing up that way in the physical world, like so many changes happening in a lot of different aspects of life that are, you know, like life-changing, again, because these are major cycles ending, new ones beginning. Really important, you know, not to get in our heads, and it's so easy to do that. You know, it's like, okay, well, I have to think about this. What am I going to do? You know, if I'm going to be moving home or changing jobs, or, you know, this and that's happened. And there are things that we have to, quote, deal with, you know, in the 3D world, in the, quote, real world. Then, you know, of course we have to think about it, but the trick is not to get stuck there, because when we block our intuition, then we might not know the best path forward. And our guides, our entire spirit teams, and we all have spirit teams, are, you know, giving us these messages and guiding us forward. So, yeah. All right, so here we go. What else, Spirit? Yeah, old cycles ending, and there's that Ace of Swords. You know, we've got 3 aces here, you know, and it's about passion and love, self-love. Got the Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Swords. So again, this is about that clarity. And the Sun came out in the first reading that I did. Well, it was the second live that I attempted. And that one was, you know, it wasn't talking about joy as much as it was talking about cleansing, purifying, and filtering. Like, not filtering. Imagine. I don't know why I said that word in this particular context, but, you know, it's kind of like I explained it then. It's as if we're taking out our life's mattresses and cushions and airing them out in the sun. We're purifying, cleansing. So this sense of clarity that we're getting from Divine are going to give us new starts, fresh perspectives, and it is also energetically purifying us. It is cleansing us. It is purifying us. It's like wiping the slate clean. And it's different and it's thorough, is what I'm hearing. It's not like any kind of cleansing. It's like the difference in treating yourself to the full service car wash, you know, so that we can see out of our windshields, and, you know, going to one of those little stalls and spraying it off with the high pressure hose and calling it done. So it's about that kind of difference that we're going to be able to see even more clearly because of the intensity I'm hearing of these energies that are coming into the collective and that have just come in, and that are this purging again with that full moon that we just had. And that was a lot, and we're about to come into eclipse season. So it ain't over yet, kids. It ain't over yet. Oh, what's that song? You ain't seen nothing yet? Okay. All right. I'm definitely feeling this after the Taurus full moon. Rings so true, Kathy. Hi, Kathy, David, Bill. Yay. I can actually see comments and people. Stephanie. Beautiful. Hey. It's so important, Kathy. I'm so glad you're able to do that. You know, it was really challenging when you know, there was snow on the ground. So this is nicer, being able to do that. But again, you can look it up. It's I don't remember what it's called, but you can Google it. You can just say spoons on feed or something like that, clearing method. That's another way that you can ground. It like literally grounds the body. I mean, if you think about a ground like for an electrical outlet or an electrical plug, it's the same kind of thing. But for some reason, this works. And I don't remember, I think it's stainless steel. If you place a stainless steel, and I know it's rude to show the bottom of my feet, but you know, I'm a yoga teacher, so this right here, like in the arch of the foot, if you take a spoon, I don't have a spoon on me, of course, but anyway, I think it's stainless steel, but you can Google this. I think Mind Valley might have a master, it's in one of their master classes or something. Okay, I think it's stainless. This is a knife. But anyway, if you place it, you know, at the bottom of your foot, like in the arch of your foot, and hold it there, it does the same kind of thing. It has the same kind of effect, like on your biomagnetics. On your biomagnetics. Yeah. I'm sure a knife would work too. It's not the same shape as it would fit nicely into the arch of your foot. Anyway, so I believe it's not silver. I believe it's stainless steel that this works. So my whole point of all that rant and ramble is that you can do that. If you can't, if you're in a situation where you feel like you need to ground and you can't, for whatever reason, if there are, you know, 5 feet of snow on the ground, or you're just trapped in a meeting or a conference or something, you know, you can do that. You can carry a spoon in your purse. I don't know, figure it out, but you know, you can. I don't think you want to do this at table. It might offend people. Anyway, you can sneak off into a break room or somewhere, a little lounge area, and do that, and just put the spoon on your foot. It doesn't, you don't have to hold it there too long, and then, you know, both, and then the other feet, and it works the same as going outside and putting your feet on the ground. Because it's a literal ground. It's a literal ground. Just like, again, when you're talking about electricity, because it's all the same thing. Prana, breath, electricity, biomagnetics, or auric field, it's all the same thing. It's different words, different ways of looking at the same, you know, system, same phenomenon. All right. So that's really important right now with these energies, and that is really, really helpful. Because again, we're getting these downloads, we're getting these upgrades, and our bodies are shifting into crystalline structure rather than carbon. And so there are actual, you know, like physical changes in the body that are a little tricky to integrate with these ascension symptoms. And again, they can show up in different ways in the body, but that helps a lot. Bill, found you again. You guys, oh, your kitties, yeah, they do. Kitties are grounding, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, they have this purring. Bill, was it you who were telling me that the purr actually is a healing, like it has a healing effect, it's a healing frequency? I don't know, maybe I just told myself that. I read it somewhere, somebody told me, I don't remember, but yeah, it's like an actual healing frequency, that particular frequency. And I don't remember which frequency it is, but it emits so many hurts, and that is healing. Actually brings physical healing to the body. And dogs too, I think, but I think cats more so. The cats purr. And they know, like she'll know. Like Arba, you were talking about that, you know, when you were healing from your leg, you know, that your dog will come and sit. They know instinctively when we need healing. Like my cat will, you know, she'll find her spot on me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, my arm was hurting yesterday. Thank you, Kitty Belly. Yeah. So we're moving toward love. A lot of us also are moving, again, more and more, getting clarity about our paths and our missions. And a lot of us who are here right now signed up for double missions. So a lot of us have more than one thing we're supposed to be doing. And you guys know I don't like that word, but I keep saying it. But you know what I mean by that. I don't mean anything negative by that. But what I mean is that we, you know, we may be doing, well, like, for example, I do writing, and then I do this yoga and the Reiki and this, you know, it doesn't have to be one thing, you know. We don't have to be that kind of, we don't have to just pick one and exclude the other things, you know. And I think that's where a lot of us have maybe had some blockages, and that misperception that we have to pick one thing and stick with it, you know, or we're flakes or whatever. But it's not like that. It's more like a lot of us are discovering, you know, and again, from past lives, and maybe even, you know, that we have had this particular talent or that particular talent, and we never knew that. And I don't know why I can, you know, play the guitar so well. I never had a lesson a day in my life, you know, that kind of thing that we're discovering. It's like, oh, you just got a knack for that, people say, you know. And so whether or not you believe in past lives, it's still something that we're born with, and we just don't know why we have it. And so it's discovering more and more of those. And so it doesn't mean that we have to pick and choose one, you know. And so if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what my purpose is, you know, because you've got 3 or 4 different areas of interest, then, you know, that's okay. It's okay to continue to pursue those. It's okay to do that. And it doesn't matter if they seem completely disparate. They can come together. They don't have to. You know, and so I think that we're releasing some conditioning around that as a collective too. Just the idea that we have to be this one particular thing, you know, because people, society, and the condition and the cultural conditioning that we've had have taught us, you know, they like the pigeonholing. They like putting things in neat little boxes and labeling it, you know, in this OCD kind of way. And that's not really what life is like. It's not really what life is like. And so this came out, communicate clearly. Yeah, again, this communication is highlighted, and there were so many communication cards in that earlier attempted live that I did. So many that they were just flying out everywhere. But yeah, then again, there may be apologies coming in, making your communicating clearly to others, communicating clearly to, again, your soul tribe. And I'm also hearing, don't be afraid, because some of us are communicating for the first time in our lives. Some of us are communicating our real truths for the first time in our lives. And that may be because we didn't know what our truth was, or that may be because we were still under so many illusions, or that may be because we were afraid to speak those words out loud. But we are learning now. Spirit wants us to know that it's okay to do this, and so clearing that throat chakra can really help as well. So guys, you know, even just, I'm wearing blue right now. I think I have a weird filter on, but it is blue. So blue is one of the colors of the throat chakra, so that can help to strengthen. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned in this particular attempt at going live, I do have the online chakra healing course. If you guys are interested in that, taking each chakra 1 week at a time, each of the 7 main ones, and going really, really in depth. And there are like almost 40 videos in there. Anyway, 7 weeks long. PM me if you're interested in that. So I have a new group starting in the next week or 2. I haven't set the particular date yet. I'll wait and see who else is signing up before I decide. I can do that like in a couple weeks, or I can make it 3 weeks. And you don't have to finish the whole thing. I don't. That was empty. I was really